What's up guys, Sal here. So if you thought 12GB is a crazy amount of RAM for a smartphone, then you're gonna be totally amazed by the RAM count that Samsung is gonna equip the Galaxy S20 models with. Yesterday we talked about Ice Universe's tweet which said all the Galaxy S20 variants, which are the S20, S20 Plus and S20 Ultra, will have at least 12GB of RAM. 12GB is more than enough for most people in my opinion. But according to Max Weinbach, Samsung will take the RAM count to a whole new level to 16GB. That's right, the Galaxy S20 Ultra is gonna be one of the first smartphones to have 16GB of RAM. That's way more than most of the laptops. It's the RAM count that my computer has. Honestly, we don't need that kind of RAM on a smartphone, but hey, I would rather have it than not have it. Phones are getting ridiculously expensive and people are holding on to them much longer than in the past. So it's kind of like future-proofing your device. You may not need 16 gigs of RAM right now, but considering how apps and games are getting heavier day by day, and also the 108 megapixel 8K video recording needs a higher amount of RAM, so you're gonna surely need this in the future. Keep in mind that the S20 Ultra is gonna be the only device that offers an option of either 12 gigs of RAM or 16 gigs of RAM. Other S20 variants will be 12GB models only. That's right, the Galaxy S20 Ultra will be the only S20 variant that will have an expandable microSD card slot. S20 and S20 Plus will not have it. I know that sucks, but we saw that coming with the Galaxy Note 10. The Note 10 Plus has a microSD card slot while the Note 10 doesn't. So not at all surprised that they're doing it again with the S20. Honestly, it shouldn't be a big deal to many because the internal storages are big enough these days. But yes, if you are a person that records a lot of videos, then you're surely gonna need a microSD slot, and the S20 Ultra is the only option for you in that case. So now it's confirmed. A few days ago we talked about the S20 Ultra having 10 times optical zoom instead of 5 and 100 times hybrid zoom instead of 50. Now today Max Weinbach as well as Ishan Agarwal are confirming that the Ultra variant will indeed have it. Zooming in 100 times is gonna be creepy, but I'll have it anyway. It should be fun. A few days ago we talked about some of the S20 camera features, and today we have videos of a couple of features taken on the Galaxy S20 Plus itself. The first one is this. It's called single take photo. Basically all you need to do is pan your smartphone around for a few seconds while the phone automatically takes a bunch of photos and videos. After it's done, it's gonna present you with a few recommendations and the best photo as well. The next video feature, which is actually making its comeback, is the Pro Video mode. Basically, you can control every aspect of the camera setting while taking the videos, which is super helpful if you know how to play around the ISO, aperture and more. Yesterday we talked about how the 108 megapixel sensor will be exclusive to the S20 Ultra. The S20 and S20 Plus will get 12 megapixel main camera instead with a bigger pixel size. Now, Ice Universe has tweeted out the camera configuration of all the S20 variants, revealing that Samsung will use 64 megapixel sensors as the secondary camera for the S20 and S20 Plus. I saw some of you disappointed yesterday knowing that the S20 and S20 Plus will have a 12 megapixel sensor only, but good to know that they're at least giving 64 megapixel to these variants. It's 64 megapixel telephoto camera with 3 times optical zoom and 30 times hybrid zoom. So you're gonna get some good telephoto shots with the S20 and S20 Plus. Of course, if you want the 100 times zoom, then you need to go Ultra. With that being said, for all the Galaxy S20 coverage, please consider subscribing. And as always, I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.